Yeah, I think you're losing all of your coolant.
Oh shit, I'm boiling over.
Oh god. That is not good.
And in the middle of a roundabout.
At 6 p.m. on a Friday afternoon in the middle of Bucharest, Andrew was broken down. After christening his car Joe, we decided first order of business would be moving him out of the left turn lane. So we pushed the car back into a median to allow traffic to pass while we assessed the situation. And while the others desperately searched for a mechanic, I put my car in a parking garage.
Oh dear, as boring as it is, I seem to have bought a car that works perfectly.
As Luke overflowed with sympathy, I was busy negotiating some surgery for Joe.
So we've just, a red Skoda has just stopped by behind us from my city of Thessaloniki, funnily enough.
Wow.
And the guys are like, what's up? And we tell them.
Miraculously, our new Greek friends, together with a Romanian guy who happened to be having dinner across the street, made a few calls and they managed to find a mechanic who was willing to work on the car that night. So miraculously, within an hour of breaking down, we had Joe loaded up on a tow truck and on his way to the mechanic. So all that was left now was to extend a massive, massive thank you to the wonderful people of Bucharest and go back to the Airbnb and wait.
It's my friend, hi.
Okay, we're coming.
Text me when I should start. I'm 10 minutes away, okay? Okay, thank you so much.
What?
What?
15 minutes it'll be done.
He lives!
Joe! Joe!
We're making it to Berlin!
We did it, Joe!
We did it, Joe!
That's unbelievable. The random Romanian man
In his house.
who was in his house
Yeah.
and saw us and
Yeah.
said, "What's
With his-
going on?"
With his pants like that.
Yeah, and his little
Mechanic.
hat, and he was like smoking a cigarette.
I have friend, he fixed
Let
for
me
you.
call my mechanic. He's
Don't
very
worry.
good. Let's go get Joe.
Our new Romanian best friend explained that what had happened was, as the coolant temperature increased, this hose that comes out the back of the engine had burst from the pressure, releasing coolant all over the road and engine bay. So, he refit the pipe and topped up all my coolant, but my fan was still broken, which meant that today's events could happen again.
So as midnight came and went, we finally made it back to the Airbnb, and the next morning we could tackle the issue.
So it seems like the issue is the fan clutch.
So basically, when the engine reaches a certain temperature, it's going to kick in and spin the fan, but clearly that's not happening. So either the clutch is bad or the temperature sensor isn't telling it to engage.
Well, my thought is because they're so close together, if we can just wedge it or tape them together, then the fan will spin with the engine. All right, so we've given it some tape just temporarily, and let's see what happens. Oh my God, that spins really fast. Oh, it's spinning really good.
Stop it? Yeah.
I mean, it's loose. I don't think you want to start and stop and start and stop. I'm gonna add more tape, but it is spinning with the engine. This is actually possibly a very good idea. Well, that was a very tense night. This right now is our biggest challenge of the day because we need to get out of Bucharest.
So yes, I'm not in my usual seat because of three things. One, I have had no sleep. Two, I've had no shower. And three, as you may remember, my engine exploded yesterday. And we figured out last night that was because the fan isn't spinning, together with the fact that a hose burst. But hose is fixed, the fan isn't.
If that tape bodge works, I'm a genius.
Oh, I can hear the fan though.
I can hear the fan. We just heard the fan go.
Oh, that's excellent news.
Temperature is going down.
Temperature is going down now.
They're gonna write about me in history books for this.
It's nice that old cars can just be fixed with a bit of nothing.
I know, literally a couple of scraps of tape and we've mended the car.
After what felt like hours of sitting in traffic and frightfully monitoring the temperature gauge, finally the roads started to speed up. We had made it out of Bucharest.
I do believe we've done it!
Despite a few interior trim-based calamities over in Stavros, we were making great progress. And thankfully so, because that day's drive was our longest yet. We needed to get from Bucharest all the way to a town near the border with Hungary called Timisoara. And soon the rural farmland gave way to industrial areas, and then we started climbing because we needed to cross the Romanian Alps. Just pulled in for gas here, and take a look at how far we've driven. It's the devil's distance.
And, having reclaimed my throne,
I'm pleased to announce I'm back in the driver's seat. It's raining now, so my windscreen is once again a Baroque painting. We've got 6.5 hours left. Oh my God. But I think we will be okay.
Unfortunately, we immediately hit a massive traffic jam. This is quite a good test of your improved cooling system.
And it's quite funny, whenever I rev the engine, it drops, the temperature drops.
Yeah, you've kind of converted your car into a World War II fighter jet.
You shall call me Spitfire 1 from now on.
I'm afraid it's German. You're driving a Messerschmitt.
9!
God, are you checking the engine now in traffic?
Maybe, a little bit, just in case. Yep, still spinning. Let's go, 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 go.
Excellent.
Well, it's always good to check, I guess. Van's still there.
Progress was slow, but as we made our way out of the village, we are stuck in traffic again, but I've just noticed something rather worrying. That's a coffin. That's a coffin. Finally, we made it to the center of the quaint little town of Sinea, which had a gorgeous train station that looks like it belongs in a Wes Anderson film. But we were most excited for the roads on the way out of the town because we now had some lovely switchbacks through the woods. Soon, the mountainous woods gave way to rolling pastures and rural farmland. Unfortunately, our enjoyment of the beautiful scenery was ruined by another calamity. Oh dear.
The actual bumper itself is attached perfectly fine. This is
Yeah.
just the trim piece. I went over a bump, and then I heard a clunk, and that was the clunk.
Oh dear.
I'm just happy that's the clunk. And
At least it has stayed.
Yeah. Because if I had to drive around like that, which I will do now, I'm going to save this and we're going to epoxy it tonight.
We're accumulating quite a list of things that have to be glued back onto our cars.
Yeah, like how's your side panel doing?
Is it getting any worse?
Oh, it's the same.
It looks the same. It's not flapping around. It just needs a bit of help. Would you like to see my C-pillar? Yeah, it's coming off.
When you said coming off, I thought you meant it just came off a bit. I didn't think.
Oh yeah, the clip is snapped. Good. With the bumper safely stowed away, we pulled over in the next village to get some gas. Mine is 26.89.
Yeah, mine too. It's nice and warm, so I've got my fingers.
I'm gonna.
It's no. See, look, it's
That's
it's a 3.
4. Is that a 4? What? And I drove around more than you because this was on a pickup truck.
using someone else's fuel.
Oh no.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a lot.
Unfortunately, my smugness over my superior fuel economy did not last long, as in the next roundabout...
Oh shit! What's that coming out of Luke's car? Hang on, you've got liquid coming out of your car. Pull over. Pull over immediately.
Don't worry about it. I may or may not have forgotten to put the fuel filler cap on. Gone around a bend, and then all the fuel poured out the side. Look, it's all wet down the side of the car.
You've just lost 20% of your fuel.
It's been a long day, all right? Mistakes happen. I'm still more fuel efficient than Andrew, though, even though I've dumped half my tank out on the road. Fortunately, Nature's Car Wash came along and took care of the gas on the side of the car, and I had a chance as the road opened up to reflect upon my incredible car. I just cannot believe how modern this car feels for being 35 years old. I'm really genuinely starting to love it. I love the interior, I love the way it looks, I love the color of paint on this car, and every step of the way so far, people have said that we're insane for doing this trip. The mechanic that fitted my brake pads, he laughed when he saw this car. The Romanian mechanic, when we told him we were going to Berlin, he said,
Oh, mamma mia. I don't know about that. But I'm 100% confident that we're going to make it because this car has been absolutely dead reliable. Not a single thing has gone wrong. And the only modification that I've done to it since buying it is adding new brake pads because the old ones were squeaky. That's it. What a brilliant machine. I may have spoken too soon. My oil level light came on. It's raining and we've pulled over to check the level of the oil. What does it look like?
We just cleaned the dipstick. Hang on.
No oil.
Oh, where's it gone?
You are at the very minimum.
Ah, DIY oil funnel.
Oh yeah.
Not to worry. Boom.
Oh, perfect.
Easy.
Looks like olive oil.
It does. It looks kind of delicious. I think it's fine. What we'll do is remeasure it after we get there.
Yes.
Whoa.
Oh dear. It fell in the cavity.
That fell in the yawning chasm that is the space around the engine.
It's actually a frunk.
I forgot about that. Look, it could have happened to anyone. I don't know exactly why we've run out of oil. I don't think it's leaking, and we did fill it up before we went. We bought extra oil. If it happens again, just top it up. It's okay. Let's keep going.
We've just had our second, I wouldn't call it a breakdown, but I wouldn't call it an incident either. Our second event. But as it turns out, because these cars are built like Lego bricks, all we had to do was put oil in. And that was it. I have to say, the reliability of these cars and the fact when they're on the highway, they just operate like a normal car. It's amazing.
Having established that both of our cars enjoy different sorts of drinks once in a while, we settled in for a pleasant 3-hour night drive to our overnight halt at Timisoara.
The next morning began with our now usual routine of taping up Andrew's fan.
Should we crank it? Get the other side?
Give it a shot.
Oh, yes.
Oh, excellent.
Yep, perfect.
And with that sorted, it was time to head across the border into Hungary.
Well, this line is definitely going to be a bit of a test for our cooling.
Unfortunately, the tape did not survive the stop-start traffic.
My engine's very high temperature right now.
Oh, it's going up.
Oh jeez, it is going on.
It's going up.
Okay, turn off the engine.
Yeah, turn it off.
All right, I think we should get on the highway and get...
We knew that the temperature wasn't an issue on the highway, so all I had to do was get going quickly. However,
Oh, good. Is it not starting at all? Oh, yes!
Fortunately for all of us, today's destination, Budapest, was a lot shorter of a drive.
The plan now is to go across the highway. Hopefully enough air gets into the engine to keep it cool until we get there. And then on the outskirts of the city, we're going to tape it up very well so that it doesn't overheat and stop-start traffic.
Hey, quick question. What's the temperature?
I'm sitting just a hair above 80.
Okay, I'm right in the middle between the 80 and the other line.
Honestly, I think that's fine.
A little while later, as we approached the outskirts of Budapest, we pulled over to let the engine cool.
That's good. That is good. Okay,
And then, in attempt to convert the radiator fan into a propeller, we lashed it with tape.
That is spinning quickly. Hey, Andrew, are we gonna make it?
No.
Love your confidence, let's go.
Let me know if I fire.
This is going really well, isn't it?
The reason why he's driving is because right now I'd be in second gear at 8,000 RPMs.
How's your temp?
So far, so good. And I can hear the fan running.
Yes, very good.
Uh-oh, we can hear tape.
Oh no, already?
Yeah, we have to stop at the gas station. We hear tape.
3 minutes. Yeah, try turning it on again. I mean, it's spinning. Oh!
No,
It launched the tape.
that tiny piece of tape was making it run. Okay, status report from Apollo 13 here. Everyone else has left, which is a good thing. And now we are trying to coax the car into a parking lot, turning off the engine at every single stop sign. And the heater is on maximum. Come on, Joe, suck in all the air. No stopping. That's the rule here. Shit.
At every single traffic light, we had to turn Joe's engine off, with the blower motor on to suck out as much heat as possible from the engine. The further into the city center we drove, the tougher the battle to keep my car drivable and cool.
Not yet, not yet, not yet. You're gonna lose steering. Okay, turn it off now, turn it off now, turn it off now. Now. Get the heat out, get the heat out. Temperature's still okay. Went down again. This is working. We are mere yards away from the parking lot. Just yards, literally yards. We've made it! We did it!
Our victory was decisive, but brief, because the next morning we were back on the road again. Today's destination, Vienna.
And we've also got a special challenge today. We are racing 2 other people on the train from Budapest to Vienna, and I think we're gonna win.
I'm genuinely staggered at how we've been able to limp that car along between my fan tape bodge and between nursing it through traffic by turning the engine off and coasting.
Every single pole in the city has a McDonald's logo on it. I don't know if you've seen that.
He just loves to point out every single thing he sees. Yes, very interesting. Anyway, now that we're properly on the road, let's cruise!
So here is the map that we have of the progress. We are here, and the train people who think public transportation is better, but it's not, are here. And we left half an hour later.
Unfortunately, but predictably,
This is a bit shit.
we hit traffic.
Yeah, both for the race and for my engine.
Traffic, of course, is never fun, but it's especially not fun when you are trying to win a race and trying not to overheat.
Meanwhile, on public transportation,
The guys do seem to be stuck in traffic right now, so I wish them the best. But currently, I have a wonderful Apfelstrudel that I get to enjoy. I'm very happy with my Apfelstrudel.
despite blowing the fuse for the blower motor, we did make it into Austria, where we could immediately stop at a gas station to buy vignettes. And once we had filled up the cars, I filled up myself.
Good.
Okay, entering the city of Vienna, which means the policy of engine off has begun again. Turning this car into an electric EQS.
It is quite hot, midday. How are we looking?
I have a feeling it's highway all the way until the hotel, because it is, from what I saw, it was sandwiched between a big railroad and now this road.
This is looking very encouraging.
Okay, engine off. Engine off. Engine off. Engine off. You don't have to put the electrics on, by the way. There's no blower.
Then the blinker's not gonna...
It's at moments like these that I really have to just thank Stavros for being just a very good car.
Unfortunately, despite our best efforts, as we pulled into Vienna, the traffic had gotten the better of us.
Oh, we're here. It feels good to have made it. All right, rub it in.
Yeah, public transit is the best. We had air conditioning and food.
Yeah. Well, I have traveled in style and comfort and heat.
With 2 full nights in Vienna before we had to get back on the road again, we finally had some time to soak up a little bit of culture. And we even had time to make some improvements to our cars.
There's a couple things on my car that are a bit falling off. What's this?
Nothing. Extra, no, don't look at that. There's nothing
That's
there.
really bad.
No, that's an extra cooling vent.
Would you like some glue?
Yes, please.
I think we're gonna need some glue.
will need
And
glue.
now that we have a bit of time,
Finally.
it's I think appropriate that we actually improve these cars. I've got a couple things that I need to do. Yeah, that's not supposed to do that, and I really would rather it didn't come off on the highway.
Yeah, and I'd like to have non-splintery fingers because my center console is a bit splintery.
There is that, yeah.
yeah.
Let's do some repairs then.
Shall we? Right, so I'm gonna try and fix this. I've already purchased a second piece here, and I did this as an emergency because every time I turn the climate knobs, as you can see, that goes in my fingernail. Should be quite simple. There's 2 screws above the radio. Now, just to preface this, you're not supposed to be able to unscrew them with your thumb, but my car is a bit old. Oh, yeah. So what we do is there's 2 hooks on the top. You hook it in. Oh, no, that's not right. It's more difficult than I thought it would be. In! Come on.
Now my repair should be very simple because all I need is some super glue and this screw that I stole from Andrew's dashboard, which is very convenient. The door trim has pulled away from the bits that screw into the door. So you can see those are the bits that are screwed in and they're just not attached. How long does this take to set? Why is this screw not going in? Andrew, do you have any more screws I can steal?
Oh dear. I have glued this together. It was in a million pieces. I did it whilst drunk. Oh, that's come off as well. Oh, I stuck my finger to my bumper. Oh, that's painful.
This actually went really well. I glued the piece of vinyl that was coming off, and I mean, it's still not in, but it's a lot better. All right, now the last thing I want to fix is this headlight because it's not really in. These whole cars are basically just Lego anyway. Look at that. Genuinely, that's in. That's... What are you doing?
I am fixing it.
I thought you were gluing that.
Yes? Just a different method of gluing.
This is horrible.
Yes. I think that looks very good. I'm very happy with my handiwork. It blends in with everything else. You can never tell.
Maybe if we stand back.
Well,
Further back.
I think it looks good.
No, still, I can still
Oh
see
yeah,
it.
it's disappeared.
No, I can still see it.
There you go. It's perfect.
No. Yeah, it's still there. Further back.
No, I think that's very good. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm actually really happy with how my modifications came out. The passenger door trim is a lot better. It's not flapping around. I think it looks really nice. And I also did a really good job gluing the B-pillar here. It's no longer flapping in the wind. I'm less happy about what Andrew's done to the front of my car though.
I have successfully put on my bumper. However, my interior decided to be annoying. And to add to the misery, a certain annoying person has put racing stripes on my car. He didn't even bother to do a good job. It drips down the back bumper. I couldn't fix this piece of trim here. The bumper is taped together. My wood isn't in place. And now I have ridiculous stripes on my bonnet.
Stripes add 40 horsepower, that's the rule.
I don't mind the stripes, I just mind the fact that they're not properly installed and they drip down the back bumper.
Is that not where they're supposed to go?
Your right mirror also looks particularly fancy today.
It's blinding oncoming traffic, thank you very much.
Things may have gotten out of hand last night.
We're now approaching Prague, a city I've always wanted to go to. I'm actually really excited, and fortunately we're here for 2 nights as well. So this part of the journey is a lot more relaxing, especially for me because my car works perfectly and is an automatic and I don't have to worry about it overheating or exploding or having to change gear, which is lovely. So just a nice 100-kilometer cruise on this beautiful, smooth 2-lane highway. Things could be a lot worse.
Shit. We're about to enter traffic. I see cars everywhere. I don't want to have to turn off my engine again.
Yeah, we're getting some pretty serious traffic, which means any moment now, Andrew is probably going to come over the radio and start freaking out about how terrible this is. And
It's really bad, my temperature's going up. I'm beginning to panic again.
yeah, exactly right on cue. Oh dear, what's your engine temperature at?
It's climbing towards past the line. This is not good. Not good at all. Why is there traffic? Is there anyone above? Very bad for me.
I'm turning him off. My car just works. I just drive along like a normal person.
This is like driving a stricken aeroplane.
Fortunately, we were able to nurse the Messerschmitt into the city center.
What's your temperature?
Bad.
Oh,
Very bad. Very, very bad.
a bit warm there.
Yes.
Well, we made it.
Yeah, well, briefly, barely. The car is too hot now.
It's all right.
And with 2 nights to explore the city, we even had time to ditch our cars in favor of something unspeakable: public transportation. And we even managed to ditch the public transportation for something a bit more buoyant.
Wow, I'm terrified. That was horrifying. Your car's gonna overheat at any minute now.
We've traded our vehicles for something a bit more cool.
A bit more sporty. Honestly, I think faster. Yep. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Andrew is defecting.
Whoa!
The next morning, we departed our fancy hotel in our usual elegance.
good. Excellent.
That's not right. By the way, I taped the fan. So far, no tape has come off.
Hello, boys.
Your bonnet's open.
Oh?
Your bonnet is open. Don't go on the highway like that. It'll flap out. It's open.
Can someone who's not me get it? Well, it's hard to believe, but this is the final leg of our journey. It's a quick 4-hour drive from Prague to Berlin. Honestly, I can't believe that we've made it this far as uneventfully as we had.
As this road trip draws to a close, it's interesting to think about how when these cars were new, the route that we did, as weird as it was and circuitous, would not have been possible. Couldn't get into Bulgaria, Greece, the border was shut. Couldn't get into Romania, there was a despot dictator there. And now what we're doing, going through Eastern Germany into Berlin, that was not possible with a car either. So while these cars may be very old and tired, this is the first chance that they had to do this road trip. But it's nice to see how far the continent has come.
Unfortunately for Andrew, not everything entered the 21st century smoothly.
Okay, situation update. I have no brakes. If I want to brake, I have to jab the pedal many times.
His brakes are sticking. Like when he goes by, I can hear the sound of the brake pads on the rotors, and that's causing the brakes to basically overheat constantly. So anytime he needs to slow down at all, he's got his foot absolutely planted on the brake pedal.
I am now the ABS unit. I'm actually the ABS unit, I am the radiator fan, and I am the engine. That thing up front doesn't do anything anymore.
So we're rerouting to a mechanic in Germany.
What a fucking day.
And unfortunately, it was about to get worse.
Yeah, we're now at a full standstill.
An accident on the road ahead left us in a complete gridlock.
How are you feeling?
Bad. I'm not making it tonight.
I think you're gonna make
I'm
it.
not gonna make it.
I really think you will.
No, we've got this stop, stand still, rubbish traffic, whatever's going on. And then after this, right after this, by the way, I haven't even had a chance to cool down.
Yeah.
Uphill, no speed with this traffic, I'll blow up. And if I don't blow up, my brakes won't work for the downhill.
I really, really think you're gonna make it. I know, maybe I'm being optimistic. I've been known to do that from time to time, but every fiber of my being is telling me that we're gonna make it.
Fortunately, the road opened up again, and anxious Waldo was able to get air back into his engine.
Well, we've now crossed into Germany, and you can tell because we just passed a sign that says suggested speed limit 130, but there really is none. We're on the Autobahn. Welcome home, Stavros. He lived 35 years in Greece, and then a couple of days in Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary, Austria, and Czech. And now we're home in Germany.
But before we were ready to tackle Berlin's city center, Andrew found a mechanic to take a look at his brakes.
Could you tell, the car is brand new, Tom. It's a perfect car. That is just pure power right there.
Is that supposed to look like?
Apparently brakes work now.
That's good.
And at our next gas stop, I figured out a great way to keep them cool.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
That's much better. It's
Is
solved the
it?
problem. And look, it's cleaning the brake too.
Wow.
As we're coming into Berlin now, I've just had another thought about who the hero of this story is. And I don't think it's either one of the drivers, or in fact, the other car, Stavros. I think it's Joe. I've asked a lot of it, and it has let me down, but then he's so easy to fix. I mean, we tied his radiator fan on with tape, and it worked, briefly. He exploded in Romania, and yet he keeps chugging along. I really think the real hero here is Joe.
I bet you Andrew's over there talking about how his car is, you know, characterful and it's mending itself and all of these different things, but unfortunately the simple fact of the matter is that I bought the better car. I really don't think I would have done this trip in anything else. Nothing else would have been this smooth and quiet and comfortable. And honestly, traveling with the windows down has kind of grown on me. It makes me feel more involved in the surroundings. I'm not just looking at the countries. I feel like I'm really there.
And as we approached the city center, we had a chance to reflect on what a magnificent journey it had been.
Great success.
Good work, Stavros.
Come on!
That was very smooth.
Yep.
Are you sure you're going to make it in this?
Oh, that's a
big mess.
And in the middle of a roundabout.
9!
That's a coffin.
What? You've just lost 20% of your fuel. Oh, I think that looks very good.
Hello, boys!
Hello?
Can you believe this?
We've done it!
2,000 miles!
I cannot believe it. We've only got 13 kilometers left.
All that matters is that this is a glorious moment of much celebration.
I was so elated that I didn't even notice that Andrew had flattened my hood ornament.
We were so close we could almost taste the victory. But then...
My blower motor has given out again.
That car is falling apart.
Okay, we have to stop.
This is embarrassing.
Yeah. In that tunnel, it got very hot. 2
Yeah,
minutes?
give it 2 more minutes,
2
and
minutes?
then let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's do it.
After Joe's break, victory was in sight.
This is a momentous occasion. Joe has made it. We have gone from Athens to Berlin in 2 35-year-old Mercedes. This is amazing.
We've done it.
Oh, my beautiful trusty steed.
I'm gonna miss them.
I'm gonna miss it too.
I'm genuinely gonna miss it. What I'm also gonna
Truly
miss is
beautiful.
how easily this shuts.
I'm gonna miss this. What a sound.
That is a good sound.
And this one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
What I'm not gonna miss though is when you leave the lights on and you take the keys out and it
then
goes.
oh, you mean this?
Yeah, that.
Not gonna miss that.
Don't
no.
like that noise.
The next morning, we popped over to the old Olympic Stadium to tally up our costs.
Every time.
What?
You keep knocking over my hood ornament.
It keeps falling over.
No, it doesn't. I think at this point we should probably add up our expenses.
No.
Okay, well I spent 3,600 euros buying the car, insuring the car, getting that sorted. Then I spent 350 on my brand new Michelin tires. Very good, those. And then I spent 170 on my brake pads. And that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yes, let's move on now. Okay.
What'd
The
you pay?
actual car itself wasn't that expensive. All in with all the government fees and all that rubbish, it was about 2,500 something euros.
Okay,
Yes.
not bad.
And the car worked perfectly ever
No,
after.
it didn't.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't. Then I had to pay for a service, which was 500 euros. Then I had to pay for another service, which was 880 euros. Then I had to pay for one more service, which was 200 euros.
Oh dear.
Then I replaced the grille, which was 150 euros.
Yes.
Then I replaced the side mirror, which was another 30 euros.
Yeah.
Then my tires, which was 350 euros. So I think all in, my car was...
I think you're forgetting a few things.
No, I'm not. Okay, the exhaust was 150 euros, but that's it. Nothing else.
That works.
That looks like the Sahara Desert. That is disgusting in there.
A bit.
Very disgusting.
But yours doesn't work.
Yes, it does.
Oh no.
Yeah, but look at how much better your car would look.
No.
Does your starter motor work?
That didn't count. Hang on, one more. I think a very successful road trip.
Very much, yes.
Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next one.
Yeah.
In an air-conditioned car
Yes.
with a working fan.
Yes.
Shut up.
Where'd you park, Joe?
Shut up, that's not him.
I swear, I think I can smell it.
Blithering idiot.
Did you check all your hoses?
For fuck's sake.